Hello, world. So today we're going to talk about how to specificate the mindset in a profound way, right? Specificate processes luminary, studyization applies, or modifies, right? The action, artifacts to artificial lies, prescribes on the contrary, right? Which cultivates, excuse me, which cultivations, laborations, steps, right? Momentumates, momentum proceeds competence, right? Coherently with thyself, progress is seen, emphasized, evolutionary combinates a jet. Excuse me. Sorry, people. Let me say that one more time. Emphasize, one more time. Emphasize, evolutionary combines, adjust, logical responses, right? So again, when we're talking about the specifications, where your mindset starts to allow itself to prescribe the goal that you are trying to obtain, right? There's certain key factors of this goal that you're trying to obtain with the specification of the mindset. So the mindset has its key factors and key point values on how you're going to specificate, right? Logical responses to specifications, the mindset in creative mode of sequences, introspace allows growth factors, how speculative, adjoin bountifully dominable human consciousness versus divine consciousness. Social evolution remains the allowing obligated thoughts transcends human, excuse me, remaining the allowing obligated thoughts transcended human existence, mindfulness practices, profounds, inspired positive behaviors equalize mental strategy, right? I'm going to say that one more time. Remaining the allowing obligated thoughts transcended human existence, mindfulness practices, profounds, inspired positive behaviors equalize mental strategy, right? All right, look, so the goal is, people, how are you allowing the growth factors to specificate the mindset to certain key factors of your life, whether this is business, school, job, speaking engagements, acting, marriage, all these, we're not going to call these roles because these are what we call behavior settings of how you're going to specificate in certain agendas of this specification, right? So we're specifying and modifying these things, right? Again, we're all modifying, right? What do I mean by modifying? It's not the justification, but it's how you modified the goal within itself. Always understand the cultivations of how you're going to specificate the mindset in order to have the profoundness of the positive behavior sets of the goals that you are setting, the intent, right? So again, there's always a process that you go through in this inquirement of the specification. Excuse me. Sorry, people. And knowing that you have the potential to specific to specify that goal, right? Everything is on a simplifying level. No, excuse me. Sorry, people. Simplinary level. So you have simplinary level, which will be human consciousness. Then you have the modifier, which is the modifier of which you are modifying to the divine consciousness, right? Everything has its operational levels, even in business, even in school, even in jobs, even in speaking engagements, even in acting, even in marriages, people, right? So if you're not modifying with your partner or your mate or your partners in business, how are you going to excel the company if you're not modifying it, right? It's how you are modifying the company to where it will grow, right? So if the modification is not being modified, how's the company going to excel in certain areas where they have these data breaches? Because see, everything has its technologically and these technicals doing this technical logical explanations in the company, whether if it's even your technology. How are you running your technology? Is it being modified? Has it used certain programming? It's all in how you specificate the mindset, people. All you need is the go factor. Once the go factor is keyed in, you have no other choice but to grow and go forward with your life and purpose and intention. Remember, purpose and intention. All these factors. It has to grow, people. It has to grow. And even if you simplifying it to where it might not get the adjustments in order, you must simplify it. However, accordingly, you do this, right? So notice that it's the specification. It's how you are specifying it. It's how you are allowing the simplifying and disciplinary of that goal and how you're going to achieve it. And the process of studyization. In the process of studyization, people, you must specify the mindset. It has to grow. It has to push past that barrier point from where you want to see yourself grow. How you want to see yourself grow, and when do you want to see yourself grow? The choice is yours, people. The choice is yours. How are you going to allow yourself to grow in this specification? Stay true to yourself, people. Know that the goal can be achieved with teamwork. Know that the goal can be achieved with your partner. Know that the goal can be achieved with your husband, your wife. If you sit down and have engagement meetings with that specific individual that's in your life, and you see that there are certain areas that need to be met, do so. That's mandatory, right? Business. How are you simplifying the business? Never make it too strategic to where you can't simplify the business, people. School. I feel like school has its artifices of how you artifying it and how it can be simplified in school. Jobs. Modification. How you modifying it. If the job and the description can be modified, then that company will grow in those specific areas of that modification or the Amari, right? Speaking engagements. Confidence is the key to speak with good intentions, a powerful message, allowing the message to spread to those that know that they need the message to amplify their lives in a positive way, and know that they have the potential to be the best version of themselves, people. Right? And acting, people. Acting. Excuse me. The actor is who he is. It's based on the story that's been written. If the story in itself can, if the story in itself can specificate on how it's being specified to the collective, to the world, to many people around the world, let it be written, people. There's a lot more excellence that needs to be made in the world, people. As long as you are specifying the mindset and how you are modifying each segment that I just named. If you allow this or modify it to or modify everything in your life, then it will be simplified. The choice is up to you. How you look at your situation, how you look at your current circumstances, and don't allow your current circumstances be the currency of how you're going to grow. Notice that you have to grow past the circumstances. Become the leader. Lead by an example. The world is going to object you, but again, some of us are made to be misunderstood. And I've came to the conclusion that being misunderstood is pretty cool. It's pretty cool, people. It really is. Right? So, make sure you meditate daily. Make sure you go out in nature. Make sure you get grounded with nature. And also, make sure you teach this how to navigate through a world that will always be misunderstood by an individual that was sent to change it, people. We were all born and destined to do something great, something to change. Momentums have to shift. Positive thinking is a requirement, people. Understand that positive thinking is the requirement to specificate how you're going to change the way you think. It's on a atomic level on how you, it's on a atomic level on how you, atomicate on how you specify the mindset. It's on a subconscious level. Each time you do this, you're changing a new neural wave in your brain cells. So each time you're changing a new neural wave in the brain cells, that means there's new neurons that's forming each time. Each time you think differently, there's something else going on within you. Whether if it's your body, whether if it's your mindset, whether it's your physical appearance, how you show up in the world. It's all about you, people. And understand growth can be painful. And sometimes it can be misunderstood. Right? I want to say this with so much grace, so much bountifulness, and let you guys know that you all have what it takes to win, man. You all have what it takes to win. The message of today is how to how you can specify the goal and how you can modify it, which means take a closer look at the goal and see where the areas are and which errors or error trades that you need to modify. Right? So love yourselves, know thyself, know the process, and know that you all have what it takes to win as long as you specify the goal with the specifications of the mindset. Right? Yeah.